Let's talk about inflation. This is not what economists were expecting, a slight increase last month to 4.4%.
You're right. I think a lot of people were thinking that we'd turned the corner. The numbers were going down. They were going in the right direction. And it appeared the interest rate increases were working, and that, the world was unfolding as it was supposed to be unfolding, according to the Bank of Canada. But whoops, it's too soon to declare mission accomplished. What these numbers are showing is that the inflation is stickier than we thought, and it's going to be, there's more heavy lifting to drive down the core inflation, overall inflation, back down to the Bank of Canada's stated goal of 2%. And the final path, or the final to go from the current 4.5 down to 2, I think is going to take more hard work and more heavy lifting.
Do you think the Bank of Canada might need to revise that target to something that some might say is more realistic, higher than 2%?
I think it would be very controversial. Because I'm not trying to suggest it's a law, but this has been studied, as you can imagine, for the last, since the Second World War probably, and in many, many different countries. And I think it's fair to say that there's a consensus by economists, by central bankers, by finance people in ministries of finance in OECD countries, that 2% is around the optimal. It's the Goldilocks rate. If you go lower, you risk tipping over into deflation. And if you go higher, you start to unleash inflationary forces. But what we're learning is what we had forgotten after the 70s and early 80s, and I was at the bank at the time as a mortgage manager. We had to drive interest rates to 20% to kill inflation. And it took a very deep recession, the worst recession since the Great Depression. But then we had a third of a century of very low inflation, and then we became complacent. We let the inflation genie out of the bottle, and we're finding it is really hard to put it back in the bottle and put the lid on.
Ian, one of the drivers StatsCan was stating was, for what we saw in April with inflation, was higher rent prices along with higher mortgage interest costs. On the rents, inflation for rent increasing to 6.1%. Give us your thoughts there and what renters could see moving forward.
This is why I'm not deeply pessimistic, but I am pessimistic about achieving that 2%, not because there aren't really good people at the Bank of Canada working very hard on this, but we have a housing problem. And that housing problem is that for years, municipalities across our country and the big cities, including my city of Ottawa and Toronto, the GTA, and Vancouver, and Hamilton and Edmonton, have deliberately approved and suppressed the supply of housing coming on the market. We now have huge shortages. And of course, it's exacerbated by increases in the levels of immigration. I think there's a consensus that many Canadians, I'm one of them, support immigration. But we've gone from 250 to 300 to 400 and now approaching 500,000. At the same time, we were not even building enough houses for the smaller numbers arriving. And so what I'm suggesting is that these pressures are contributing mightily to inflation because we have not solved our housing crisis, that we are simply not building enough homes, rental or for ownership.
Okay, Ian Lee, Associate Professor in the Sprott School of Business at Carleton University. Always a pleasure. Thanks so much for giving us your insight today.